What's up guys, Myrtle here, and today I'm doing something a little bit different. Um, this is not going to be a normal video that I had originally intended for this week. I also know that I missed a video last week, and I'm sorry for that. I was on spring break a couple weeks ago, and college just started back up not too long ago. So that's why I missed the first week. I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to leave you guys hanging, so hope you guys can be for that. But today's video is going to be something a little bit different. This video is going to be all about a little bit of news that I recently found out from I'll be honest, I actually watched one of my friends' videos lately, and I found out this piece of news that I don't think really anyone knows just yet, so I'm going to share exactly what's going on, and I hope you guys have a better understanding of it. So let's get right down to it. I'm going to switch scenes over here in my software. So what's going on before I do switch scenes is YouTube has updated again. YouTube has come out with a new update that is explaining that YouTube annotations are going to stop. No one's going to have access to them. You can't make them. You can't edit them. To further explain it, I have an article here that I want to discuss with you guys, but let's go and look at it. So here's the article I found. Google is making a change to YouTube that's already been underway. YouTube annotations are being discontinued. The reason is all mobile. Annotations use have dropped 70% on Google's massive video site, according to a blog post Friday announcing the change. Instead, Google is recommending everyone use cards and end screens to handle anything interactive. Annotations began back in 2008 before the mobile shift. According to Google's YouTube Creators blog post, 60% of all YouTube traffic is now mobile. After May 2nd, you won't be able to create or edit YouTube annotations anymore, but users will be able to delete existing ones. So basically what's going on is for people who are content creators like myself, my friend, and everybody else, like all the big names, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, Eli the Computer Guy, I Hate Everything, pretty much all the big YouTube stars, or whatever you want to call them, the big YouTubers now have started using this technology, and so have I, and all that. The reason why it's being stopped, I think, is because of this. I mean, it even says the reason is all mobile, so that's your main giveaway. It's because of people using these smartphones. Like if you have a annotation in your video and you want someone on mobile to see it, they can't see it. But the big catch is annotations use has dropped 70% on Google's massive video site, and 60% of all YouTube traffic is now mobile. So 60% of video views and YouTube traffic comes from these. It does not come from the computer, PlayStation, or whatever. It comes from your phone. It's mobile traffic. So, with that being said, I think it's actually a good thing that this is happening. Because as a content creator, you want to have as much people interact with your video as much as possible. You don't want to sit down, leave an annotation in a video for somebody to click, and then if they're on mobile, they can't see it. As a matter of fact, if you want proof of this, you can go back and watch my very first video that I ever uploaded to YouTube. It was how to connect a digital camera to your computer, and that video I did not like at all because it did not come out like I wanted it to. And on top of all that, I had to use annotations, and things just got completely out of hand. So what had happened for that first video pretty much when I went to record it, the audio didn't come out right. So I had to put an annotation there saying, hey guys, sorry, the audio came out wrong. It's not synced together. Just don't worry about the video. Just listen to the audio. Read the annotations. You'll figure it out. So annotations for me pretty much took away what I wanted YouTube to be. And I feel like with cards and end screens, it makes it so much easier. As a matter of fact, it even says annotations began back in 2008 before the mobile shift. So that right there is a giveaway saying that annotations are not designed for mobile use. So I strongly agree with YouTube's update, because what if you had a link to give, or say you had, like it's the end of the video and you say, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Well, back in 2008, you would have to leave an annotation for somebody to subscribe to your channel, or you have to tell them to go back to your channel and click the subscribe button. Now, you don't have to do that. They can subscribe within the video. Like now, if you use the end screen, you'll see that there's on some channels, there's a little circle that has your channel icon on it, and if you hover over it, there's a subscribe button there, and you click it, and you're subscribed. So rather than trying to use an annotation to do it, you're now having to use an end card to do it, which I think makes complete sense. But one of my friends actually said he showed a downside of this whole experience. He said that if you had an editing mistake in your video, you would have to take the video down, re-edit the video. Excuse me. You have to take down the video, you have to re-edit it, you have to finalize it again and upload it again, and all that stuff. Well, I really don't know why an annotation would be needed there, because an annotation is so ancient YouTube technology now. If there is an editing mistake, I really don't think it's a big deal, in my opinion, because YouTube is all about being yourself. That's what the slogan used to be. YouTube, be yourself. Where people can go and upload all kinds of videos based on something that they like to do. And people watch it and all that kind of stuff. But annotations began back in 2008 before the mobile shift. So back in 2008, way back before these things even came to exist or starting to come out, and YouTube was just a computer site. There was no such thing as an app back then. Even at that, like I said, there was either no such thing as a smartphone back in 2008, or they were just coming out, and no one even heard of them yet. So there was no such thing as a mobile app back in 2008. And I even remember this time because I was born in 97, so back in 2008, there was no such thing as an application. There's no such thing as mobile. I don't think there was anything such as Netflix or Hulu. I don't think those came to exist yet. But back then, the technology made perfect sense, because say you wanted someone to subscribe to your channel, you had to use the little annotation where it's like if you want to subscribe, you can click on my face and you'll be redirected to my channel, where you can go to subscribe. Well, now you don't need to do that. You can just put a little circle, or you can put a little icon in your video where people can subscribe to your channel within the video instead of being redirected. So this is just my reaction to it. I'll have links in the description where you guys can go and read up on this yourselves to get more information. But this is just my reaction to it. I think it's a good thing that they're doing this. I also think it makes complete sense. I'm glad to see that YouTube is updating to make things better. So that's pretty much it for this video. Like I said, I know that there's not going to be any kind of video for this week except this one. I'm still trying to get tech videos back. I'm not real sure what I want to do yet. I'm actually I'm in college right now. I'm actually learning Windows Server 2012, I think. I'm learning Windows Server 2012 R2, so hopefully I'll have a few tutorials on that, if anything. But look forward to more stuff in the future. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do as far as tech, but I will definitely have a video next week. Not sure what it's going to be yet, but we'll find out when we get there. So anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. I'll have links in the description where you guys can learn more about this for yourselves. And I will catch you guys in the next video.